People can't get to your profile if they don't see you. And so content is really the fuel behind everything to bring people to your profile so that once you're positioned, people take action after the fact. You could have the prettiest profile, the most optimized profile in the world. If you're not creating the right content and getting it out there, nobody will come to that profile. That said, we can't say we want to succeed on LinkedIn unless we're willing to do what? Content. The real currency in business, it's not money, it's actually trust. The more trust that you earn at scale, the more effortless it will be for you to make money in your business, because money is a byproduct of the level of trust that you've earned. So if you're really finding it hard to make money, then you just need to look at how much trust you've actually earned and how you can 10x that trust, both on the front end and the back end. The success of your business depends on earning the right people's trust at scale. So how do we earn that? Content. So what does content do? And I like to just break this down really quickly. So the first thing is it lets people know you exist. Over time, it lets people get a gauge of whether they believe that you're real or not. They get a gauge for your vibe. Either they like your vibe or you don't. And that's why video content is so powerful in attracting the right people to you, because there could be someone that needs the solution that you have, problem that you solve, all of that, but they may just like somebody else's vibe better. And what you're doing is you're filtering out those people from the start and just attracting the right people to you. So they know whether they vibe with you or not. That's a big thing. It lets people know the type of expert that you are. So if I see somebody post about their photography business where they photo shoot dogs and their dog owners 100 times over a year, every time I see that person, what am I going to think about? Dogs, right? Dog photography. Oh, I need to give my dog photo shoot, whatever. That's really what it is. And that's why people never reach this, because what they're thinking is, oh, I'm going to create one video for every couple of weeks. And it's going to take you so long to build that market share and that association in someone's mind. It's also quantity. It lets people know what type of expert you are. It gives people time to trust you, which is so important. Almost every relationship that you've ever had, every person that I would say, hey, who do you trust with your life? Or who do you trust with your children's lives? It's usually people that have had the chance to prove themselves to you over and over again with the littlest things. And you'll be able to gauge whether they're genuine or not. Because if in one video you're saying this and then you contradict yourself and then down the line you really don't sound like you know what you're talking about, that's a problem too. It shows that showing up for their audience and giving away free value is just part of their character. It's part of their values. And if I become their client, there's also reduced risk because they're not just going to disappear. Gives people a chance to decide whether they want to work with you before they ever even contact you. And that's why the consultations or the trainings that you do are so different, at least in my experience, because a lot of the people that show up, they've already made up their mind. They're just really there to ask you a few clarifying questions. LinkedIn gives you an advantage because only 1% of people create content, so there's less competition. 4 out of 5 people are decision makers, so you're just getting that market share in people's mind of people who are decision makers, so you could close deals faster. And then people, the users, have average double the buying power, so you could sell high ticket easier. So consistent content is what helps you build a personal brand. And what I find funny is like people say, oh, I want to build a personal brand, but they don't say, I want to create 365 videos this year. They don't say, I want to put 2 hours on my calendar this week so that I can shoot content. They don't say, I need to pay attention, really focus on the questions clients are asking me. And then how could I share this information with more people that have this question in a way that they would understand? So they want the thing, but they don't understand the work that it requires. And that's why people start, but they don't really continue. You can't say, I want to build a personal brand without also saying, I'm going to commit to do at least 365 videos or pieces of content this year. Because a personal brand can't just be built on quality. It has to be built, especially as you're ramping up, on higher level of consistency. So what's the goal of an unforgettable personal brand? Again, market share. When they need the thing or they want the thing that you provide, two things could happen. They only think of you. So if I see somebody post 100 times, they're the best fly fisherman in the world, they have tours. When I want to take my family fly fishing, they're the only person that I'm gonna think of, right? They've already earned my trust, they've made me laugh, I've seen all the fish they've caught, blah, blah, blah. I'm just gonna ask them, hey, I need to book a tour. When are you available? Or the first person that they give the opportunity to. So maybe I go to Google, there's a few other competitors, I have some quotes, but I really want to give the opportunity to them. You want, when people see you, that they associate you with the things that matter to you and with your business. So when I think about Gary Vee, I think about VaynerMedia. I think about the Jets. I think about the garage sales in his hat. When I think of Alex Hormozi, I'm thinking of acquisition.com. I'm thinking about all the free content that he puts out there to help entrepreneurs. I'm thinking of his YouTube channel. I'm thinking of his t-shirt or whatever, and the mustache. So there's so many associations, but that's how you know someone's built a pretty successful brand, is because they take up that market share. And there's no shortcut to this. So this isn't gonna be like how to create 205 pieces of content in 30 minutes or whatever else you watch on YouTube. It will require you to prioritize helping others before they even pay you. And then people will say, if I give away my best stuff and free content, will people pay me? Yes, they will. Giving is receiving, because what they're paying for is more guidance, personalization, implementation, time reduction, all those things, the right people. So we just have to understand really that the more you give, the more you receive. This is also proven by data. Givers win. So this path can completely change your life. So is it easy? No. Will it require you to move some things around in your schedule? Yes. Will it require you to every month look back on your previous videos and be like, those were terrible, because you're just getting better and better? Yes. And it can completely change your life, because what you're also learning are compounding skills. So Shankar spoke on that stage this week. And one of the first things he said to me was like, I couldn't believe how easy it was. Why? I mean, he's only done like 500 videos, live trainings, virtual conferences, podcasts, webinars, cohort trainings that we lead. So another reason to do video is most of your competitors are not, especially on LinkedIn. Remember, only 1% are creating original content weekly. Out of those 1%, most of them are doing text posts, images, articles, whatever, or videos of cats that don't get them clients. And then how many of them are actually creating videos where they're in it, they're sharing really great advice, and they're doing it consistently? And it's probably like 0.01%. So when you're just looking at leverage, it gives you more leverage. So you have a better chance of standing out and not being in a red ocean and instead being in your blue ocean. And that's by doing things that others are unwilling to do.